So we're dealing with a very vital topic, right? Which is the four selling truths. I'm going to try to see how I can go through this in the next 30 40 minutes. So that to help other people, if you're not talking, try to mute your mic, right? Try to mute your mic. Okay. Um all right. Thank you very much. So we're going to be going through a very vital training. Okay. One of the most vital skill you can learn as a person is how to sell. How to sell. And why this is so important is that you might be good at branding, you might be good at production, you might be good at whatever product you have for the market, but if you don't know how to sell it, you won't sell, right? Because the most important activity for any business is to raise revenue. Do you understand? So the problem we see is that a lot of people treat their business like it's an NGO. But even NGOs these days, they have learned how to make themselves, available, how to basically sell. This lesson is going to teach you some human psychologies, some vital human truths that will help you sell and sell fast. So what we're teaching you here is, some things you need to know about human beings in general. Once you understand these things, you'll be able to know how to target people in a way that your product is selling and is selling fast. Now, listen to me. One thing we want to do here at the Growth Syndicate is that we want to help you present your product in such a way that people will feel stupid for not buying. Have you ever gotten that kind of offer that is too good that you just have to get it that moment, right? And that's what we're helping you do. We're helping you craft your offer. We're helping you craft your business in a way that people will be excited to buy from you. So we are teaching you the four selling truths, okay? And at the end of this lesson, we have a gift for one person that's shows that follows to the end. We have a special gift for one person, and also we have some discounted offers that you can benefit from. All right. So who is excited to get into this with me? I'm going to be starting immediately. So let's begin. So like I said, okay, there's a psychology of human beings that you have to understand. Now, the psychology is simply that there's a way human beings think. And once you master the way people think, you will know how to, your products will basically be as though they are on steroids. You know how to market to people in a way that they can't say no to you. All right. Because selling, like I said, is one of the most important skills you can have as a business person, as an entrepreneur. You have to know how to sell, and you have to know how to sell fast. You have to know how to sell in a way that is irresistible to people, in a way that people want to buy from you always and consistently. Okay. And how you get to do that is that you know how people think. So it means as an entrepreneur, you have to understand people. You have to understand your customers. You have to understand why they patronize you. Okay. And what I'm going to be sharing with you are 4 vital things you need to know about every human being. And once you know these 4 vital truths, all right, you know how to approach your market. So the first truth is simple. It's simply this: human beings are selfish. How many of you saw that coming? Human beings are what? Selfish. Now, you might want to be sad about this, but it's not. It's basically how it's not a bad thing. Okay, even if you want to go biblically, Jesus Christ, when he was talking about the commandment, the greatest commandment, right? He said, "Love the Lord thy God." The second command is, "Love your neighbor more than yourself." No, it's love your neighbor as yourself. So it means that people have to learn to love themselves first before they will learn how to love other people. So human beings are selfish. So before somebody will be thinking about you, they are thinking about themselves first. Now, why is it vital to know that human beings are selfish? It's because your customer does not care about you. He does not care about what you are selling. He does not care about your mission statement, your vision statement. All those things are important. Have them. But nobody that wants to buy from you wants to know your vision statement or your mission statement or that your let's use one business person who has something that they are selling here. Let's bring it home. Okay, Eugene, Eugene raised his hands first. Well, what do you sell, Eugene?
Yeah, so I have a farm that poultry farm and fish. So we sell smoked fish and chickens. Yeah.
Okay. So, Eugene, people sell smoked fish and chicken. Do they come to tell you about, do they come to ask you about your mission statement and your vision statement and that?
Never, never, nobody have asked.
What do they care about? What do they care about?
They just care about the quantity they are going to get
Okay.
and the quality. Yes, not more.
Exactly. They just care about the quality. They care about the quality of what you are saying, selling, and the quantity. So they want to buy the biggest fish at the lowest cost. So when people want to patronize you, they are not thinking about you. They are not thinking about your profits. Do you understand? They're not thinking about how to help you grow your business. No. What they are thinking about
Yes,
is what your product will do for them. Human beings are selfish, and it's something that you can use to your advantage. Once you know this truth that my customers are selfish people, they don't care about my business. They care about what my business can do for them. And this is a vital truth. So whether you're in real estate or you are selling consumer goods or you are selling education or you are selling traveling and tours, whatever you are doing, you have to understand that the first thing you need to know about human beings is that they are selfish. Okay? They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your business. They don't care about any what they care is what can your business do for them. Do you understand? So that's the first vital truth. Now, how can you use this to your advantage? The way you use this to your advantage is that you need to stop talking about features. You need to stop talking about the features of your products, and you need to start talking about the transformation that your products can cause for them. Do you understand? So, for instance, who else sells something here? James, is there James? What do you sell? Israel, are you here? Your hand is raised up. What do you sell? Who else? Oh, okay, if Israel is not here, who else is selling something here? I want to use an example. Okay, Owolabi, what do you sell?
I sell clothes. I have a female ready to wear business.
Beautiful. I love people that sell clothes. Now, if most people you ask, okay, what do you sell? You say, I sell clothes. Okay, now people want to buy clothes. Okay, people want to buy clothes, but beyond clothes, people don't just want to buy clothes because they want to clothe their nakedness. The major reason why people want to buy clothes is how the clothes makes them feel. So you need to stop talking about the features. Okay, I sell clothes that are long. I sell yellow clothes. I sell clothes that
Sir,
that
I'm here,
don't
sir.
have that
Hello?
don't, yeah. I sell clothes
Hello?
that don't have shoulder padding. Okay, no, Israel, yeah, don't give it a minute. I sell clothes that don't have shoulder padding and the rest, right? No, you need to talk about how the clothes will make your customers feel. For instance, Olabi, if you are selling clothes to people that are going to the office, let's say office guys, you say I sell clothes that will make you look smart, and I sell clothes that will make you look smart and what intelligent in the office space. Do you understand that? Okay, so you need to start talking about how your customers will feel, the transformation that they will get. Once you get that, see, you've hit the cash cow. Because, see, there are three major reasons why people buy products. This is not in my slides, but I'm going to share it anyway. There are three major reasons. There's the external reason, I want to buy a clothes. You understand? Which is basically what a lot of people are selling to. Okay, you want to buy a clothes, I sell clothes. But the question that does not answer the vital question. Yes, I want to buy a clothes, but why should I buy a clothes from you? Why shouldn't I buy it from Ephraim or from Israel or from Eugene? Why shouldn't I buy it from anyone else? That is the external reason. But there's a second reason why people buy clothes, which is their internal reason, the why, the selfish reason that they have. That is what you need to market to, because if you hit that, for instance, imagine somebody that grew up and grew up did not get the best clothing, right? And maybe his parents could not afford the best clothing for him or her, right? And then becomes an adult and he has money. He doesn't just want to buy clothes to clothe himself. He wants to buy clothes to first of all heal that wound of the fact that I grew up not having enough, right? And also, help people understand that I don't make camo. So if you get it, make people understand, if you speak to that inner selfish reason why they want to buy from you, right? For instance, Eugene sells fish. Now, there are some people that buy fish, okay, because, oh, I just want to eat fish. But some people buy fish because of healthy reasons. If you speak to that healthy reasons why people are buying, why people want to buy from you, you see that they buy more from you than from other people. Do you understand? That is your cash cow. So you need to talk about the transformation that people will get by patronizing you. That is the first thing you need to learn. People are selfish, but if you speak to their selfish interest, you get them as a market. All right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Are we together? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So now we're going to go to the second thing about human beings, right? The second thing about human beings, and this is another cash cow. Human beings hate pain. Human beings hate pain. They hate pain more than they want gain, right? And if you know this, you will know how to position yourself in such a way that you are speaking to people's pain. See, there are two kinds of products in general. There are painkiller products, right? And then there are supplements. Okay. How many of you have taken a supplement this year? You know, something to increase your appetite or something to, you know, make you fatter. Maybe in out of 2,000 people, maybe 2 people. But how many of you have taken Panadol this year? How many of you have taken painkiller this year? Virtually everybody. So you need to position your product in such a way that it is addressing a core pain in your customers, of your customers, right? A core pain, something that is touching them. Okay, because people. Now, here's the thing about people hating pain. They hate pain more than they want gain. They are more motivated to escape from a headache than the minor benefits. So even while you are talking about the benefits that your products will help them get, right, you should also talk about the pain that your product will help them avoid. There's a pain that for instance, okay, I talked about somebody that grew up not having all the clothes. Once you speak to that poverty that they experience, you are speaking to something. Okay, I will dress you in such a way that nobody will look down on you. Nobody likes being looked down on. For instance, someone that sells fish. I sell the best fish, right? That will ensure, okay, that you are never, how will I put it now? You are never unhealthy. People don't want to be sick. So because you are selling the healthy product, so speak to the fact that they are coming, they are leaving sickness towards health, they are leaving poverty towards plenty. Do you understand what I'm saying? Talk about a gain that they will have by a pain that they will escape by patronizing your product. Do you understand that? So people hate pain. And so our job is basically to help you. You talk about that pain, right? And you talk about how you save them from that suffering. And then you position your product as a painkiller. Position your product as a solution to that problem. Okay? And once you do that, you are speaking to the customer directly. You are speaking to a customer base that will want to patronize you again and again. So the first one is that human beings are selfish. And the second one is that people hate pain. Now let's go to the third one. I'm trying to be fast. Only the sick need a doctor. This is so vital. Only the what? Sick need a doctor. A lot of people, okay, how many of you eat bread here? How many of you eat bread here? Now, do you know that there are some people that will never eat bread? They hate bread. For instance, like, look at me now. Okay, I hate biscuits. There's no amount of, except certain kind of biscuits that maybe has a kind of bread-like texture. There's no how a biscuit is nice up to that I want to buy it. Do you understand? Because I don't like biscuits. Now imagine somebody that sells biscuits is coming to market to me every time. I will never buy. Why? Because I don't like biscuits. This is what a lot of people are doing to their customers. Or how many of you have just gone to the hospital because I just want to go to the hospital when you are not sick? It doesn't happen like that. Only the sick need a doctor. What that means for you is that only people that has the need for your product will patronize you. So you need to stop selling to everybody. Stop selling to everybody and target people that need your product. Now, how do you people sell to everybody? The popular thing people do now is that once you want to sell, you start start posting on your WhatsApp, or you start posting on your Facebook. Now, all these are good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying that there are very few people that will see your products, and then you are complaining you are not having sales. See, you need to move from your immediate environment, because most likely the people that will patronize you are not in your immediate environment. The people that will patronize you are out there. So you need to find people that will patronize you. Okay, because only the sick, only people that need your product will actually come to buy from you. And another thing you need to do is that you need to position yourself as an expert. How many of you have gone to the hospital, right? And the doctor wants to treat you, and you say, "Doctor, how much lasts now?" Doctor, how much lasts now? You no go do and 2.5. How many of you have ever done that? Why? Because you value his expertise. You understand? You know that he's somebody that, he has somebody say me, sir. Okay. Yeah, you have to kill yourself. Okay, you cannot go and price a doctor. So my point is that there's a way you position yourself as an expert, and people will know that, okay, this person is an authority in this field, and this basically solves the pricing problem for you. Okay, so once you position yourself that way as somebody that has the cure to their problem, they'll stop fighting you over price. They'll stop trying to price you down. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these people, when we say that only the sick need a doctor, it's talk about two things. One, you need to find the right market, because if you are selling, nobody's buying, it means that you are selling the wrong market. Especially you check your product, there's no problem with the product. You check your service, there's no problem with your service, and then you are trying to market, nobody's buying. It means you are selling to the wrong market. You need to find the right market that need your product, the right people that will buy from you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So only the sick need a doctor. Once you understand this, it eliminates the pricing barrier. It stops people from trying to price down your product, and it also positions you as an authority, somebody that people will value, first of all, their opinion, and know that, okay, you have the cure that I need. Now, there's the final one, which is that human being wants less, they want more for less. See, money is hard to come by, money is hard to make, right? So nobody wants to throw their money when they are not getting much more. So if the benefits they are getting does not outweigh their cost, nobody wants to spend their money. All right. So it means you have to position yourself in such a way that you are emphasizing so much on the benefits that far more than what they are going to pay. You understand what I'm saying? So human beings, they want more for less. So if you're able to package your product that it looks like more, it looks like, okay, you are paying little, but you are getting so much value. Okay, okay, Israel, what do you do? Let me use your business as an example.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I sell neckties and pocket squares and men's accessories.
Good. You sell necktie, pocket square, accessories, right? Now, before someone will patronize you, okay, it means that first of all, you've spoken to their internal needs, right? You've spoken to your internal needs in such a, okay, you are speaking not just the fact that they want a necktie, but the fact of how it makes them look. But now you sell necktie, pocket square, and what do you call it again?
Accessories, yes, sir. Like cufflinks, executive pens,
and the rest. So the question you need to ask yourself: how can I package this so that people that are buying from me will feel like they have more, like they paid less to get more? Do you understand? They paid less to get more. They paid less and they got more value. They paid less and they got more value. So that's basically what I'm talking about. So now this does not mean that you should be cheap. It means that you should emphasize your value, right? Once people perceive that what they are paying, okay, what they're paying for, the money they are paying and the value they are getting is like cannot be compared. So that is, they are getting so much more value than what they are paying. They are definitely going to patronize you. All right. So a recaps: human beings are selfish. So you have to use that to your advantage. You have to speak to their ulterior motive, okay? Because you know that, okay, okay, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It hung a bit, sir,
Yes,
but
I can hear
it's
you.
now.
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry, Nigeria happened. So human beings are selfish, right? So that's something you have to understand, that human beings are selfish. You use that to your advantage. How do you use that to your advantage? Stop talking about your features. Start selling the transformation that you will cause in their life. The second thing you need to note is that human beings, they hate pain. They always want to run away from pain. So you need to talk about the pain that you are helping them run away from. For instance, imagine that you're into photography business, for instance, right? You talk about how, okay, now imagine somebody that grew up and had a very terrible experience growing up, okay, and the person now is an adult, and the person wants to capture this moment in such a way that, okay, I beat the odds. Do you understand? Once you address that pain and you sell a benefit to them, they come running to you. Okay, for instance, using that same photography business, say, okay, what a wedding, people that are in a wedding and they want to, you say, okay, I will snap pictures in your wedding. No, you talk about how, I'm sure maybe your parents did not show you the pictures of their wedding because they didn't have a good photographer. But how about I help you get pictures that you can show to your children? And imagine in your old age and you are showing them these beautiful pictures. You've addressed a pain that they have and you've turned it into a gain. In that way, you are always selling, right? And then I talked about only the sick need a doctor. What does that mean? It means that only people that actually need your product will patronize you. So if you like I talked about myself, I don't like biscuits. If there's no how you want to sell biscuits for me that I'll buy from you, okay? So it means you have to find people that actually need your product and you market to them. And again, please, I need to say this, most likely those people are not on your WhatsApp status, they are not on your Facebook page. So it means you have to go beyond these circles, right? Your WhatsApp status, and go and look for your ideal customer that actually needs what you are selling. Okay, and once you do that, you position yourself in such a way that they don't only patronize you, but they see you as an expert that is solving a problem for them. Okay, they see you as somebody an expert that understands their problem and is solving a problem for them. And finally, I talked about, human beings always want more for less. So once you're able to stack the value and help them understand that, you are getting so much more and you're paying just 1,000 naira. For instance, there's an offer we give in our company and it's selling like crazy. Basically, we tell people that, okay, see, we are going to increase your revenue by 10 times and you don't have to pay us upfront. What do you think about that? We're going to increase your revenue by 10 times and you don't have to pay us upfront. So how what's going to happen? So we're going to implement a system for you, and then on the revenue we get, not on your base, we establish a base for you and say, oh, this is what you are doing right now. But on the revenue you get, on the revenue we increase, we get 10%. It's a no-brainer offer. So it's those kind of offer. People will feel like, if I don't take this thing, I'm stupid, because without these guys, I'm not going to make money anyway. Do you understand? So you position yourself in such a way that people know that they're getting so much more and they're paying so little. So that's the presentation in a short slide. Before I go on, and please don't leave, because we have a gift for one person. We have a gift for one person, right? A voucher worth 50,000 naira, and we're going to tell you what it's for. Okay, so don't leave yet. But I'll take questions at this point. If you have questions. I'll take questions. Do you have questions on what I've shared so far? Okay, Israel, go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir.
All right, good evening, Israel.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
please. I have two questions. You had talked about giving customers an offer that they cannot refuse. That's in making creating
And
creating
Israel,
a yes, sir. Creating a package in such a way that they feel like they're getting more and paying less for it. So I wanted to
okay.
ask, how can one balance giving more for less and being cheap? Because one of the things I've experienced in my business is that when we first started, when we were trying to sell, and our prices were very very affordable, right? And considering the fact that what our products are not very rare in the market, so we felt okay, since we are just starting, let us give people good fair prices, and then I got to realize that people started asking, is it now? What we were selling was rare in selling prices, and in terms of packaging too, our products were well presented, are always well presented, but people seem to feel like it's too good to be true. This thing is packaged like this, how can it be sold for this amount? It must not be good quality. It must be something fake about it. Original. So how can I balance that? And then number two, I don't know if I can ask both questions at once, if that's okay, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Hello.
ahead. Go
Hello,
ahead.
sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I think I got cut off, but I don't know if I was able to get. Okay. Okay. So the second question is, what ways can you recommend that we get to reach or find target customers? That's also the challenges that we're having in our business as well. Actually being able to locate target customers. Some of the target customers people that we see as target customers, it seems like reaching them seems like a very difficult task. When we try reaching them online, for instance, sending DMs maybe to someone who works in an organization that requires corporate attire, and then we see that okay, this person might need our product, and we send a DM, we mostly don't get replies. And sometimes if we say okay, let us go physically to offices or places where we feel like our products are needed, we usually get shut down, and most times we are not even allowed to see the person who is in charge so we can actually speak to him. So how can we easily reach out to our target customers and get their audience? Those are my two questions, sir.
Beautiful questions. Beautiful questions. So I'll start with the first one, where you talked about, selling more for less without
Yes,
coming
looking
off
cheap.
without coming off cheap. Now look at this. See, this is a advice I'll give to every entrepreneur. Never reduce your price. Never reduce your price. You can increase your value without reducing your price. See, anybody that is trying to price you down, okay, is basically trying to tell you that you are not valuable. And why they price you down is one of two things: is that they have options. They are seeing you as one of many options. So the key to doing this is that you have to make yourself the option, not a option. You have to make yourself the option. And how you do that is by presenting yourself as an authority in that field. For instance, you are selling quality stuff, right? Can you hear me? You are selling quality stuff, quality
Yes, sir.
tie, quality clips, and all of that. Okay. What you need to
Yes,
do
sir.
is make yourself an authority in that field. Make yourself somebody that people listening to in that field. And how do you do that? You create content around giving advice on how to implement this. That's the first thing. Once you create content, once you make yourself an authority in that field, what happens automatically is if people are listening to you about this, when they want to buy, the first person that will come to their mind to buy from is you. So please, this person, reducing your price, okay, will make people see you as somebody that does not have value. Okay, so what you need to do is not to reduce your price, it's to increase the value. Now, there's also what we call product stacking. And I think that's what's going to work for you. Okay. First of all, first thing, remember what I said. You need to make yourself an authority in that field. And how you make yourself an authority in that field is that you need to talk about it. You need to talk about how people can use your product. You need to give advice about your product. You need to create content around your product so that once people want that product, they will, and they say, oh, who is selling this thing? They will go to who has been talking about it, who has been creating content around this. So that's the first thing. Position yourself as an authority in that field. Now, the second thing you need to do is hello, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now, sir. It hung a bit.
Oh,
yes, it's better now.
So
yes, sir.
what I'm noticing about you now, for instance, is that you are having difficulty, right, finding the right market, and that's why people are not buying from you. Okay, and you asked about that. I'm going to talk about that. But after you've positioned yourself as an authority in that field, the next thing you need to do is to create an offer that people cannot say no to. All right, people cannot say no to, and people do not say no to offers because of the price is cheap. See, let me tell you, the cheaper your prices are, the more people think that what you are selling is inferior. So it's not about price reduction here; it's about value increase. Okay, so people are not going to buy. People are not going to come to you because the price is cheap. Don't see that cheap price is a bottomless pit that you don't want to go into, because you reduce your price, the other person reduces his price, then you now come and reduce your price. Before you know, you are selling at a lower price than what you bought it for, which is not business. Okay, what you need to do is increase value, and how you do that is basically, you must know that value is a perception thing. What did I say? Value is a what? It's a perception thing. So it is about how you present your offer, how you present your product. So imagine that now, imagine that I'm selling one tie for 5,000 naira. Now, that's this price. Now, and I say buy a Supermax bundle. Have you ever been seeing this thing everywhere? This is the psychology of selling. Buy a Supermax bundle, 3 ties for 15,000 naira. Sorry, two ties for 15,000 naira and get one free. Guess which one people will go for?
Yeah, the second one, sir.
The second one, but guess what? It's the same price.
Yeah.
But one tie is 5,000 naira. I'm saying 2 ties for 15,000 naira, get one free. Now, because of that one free, people feel it's more valuable. But guess what? 2 ties at 15,000 naira plus the third one is 3 ties at 15,000 naira, which is the same cost of one tie for 5,000 naira. So it's all about crafting your product in such a way that it is appealing to your buyer. It's not about price reduction. No, that price reduction thing is a bottomless pit. Okay, so that's on the first part. So just make yourself more valuable. I say value is a perception thing. It is not just about what you are telling. It's about how people perceive you. Okay, and if once you created yourself, you put yourself out there as an authority, and then you do a bit of value stacking, you give it a catchy name. Your Sunday cannot do without. Something that we strike somebody, or your corporate casual, something. I'm just spinning up things because I'm not in the fashion industry, but I'm just basically telling you that it's all about perception, okay? And then you stack it together in such a way that people cannot resist you. Now, to the second thing, which is about getting customers, okay? I'm going to tell you there are 2 major ways. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Hello?
Yes, now.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
now. Yes, you can say.
there are two major ways to get customers. There are two major ways to get customers. Okay, there are two major ways to get customers. Now, the first way you get customers is organically. Now, for you to get organic customers, it means that you are selling to the people around you. It's okay, all right. But if you are going organically, this is something I need to tell everybody. Your organic customers are not your. Okay, your organic customers are not your Facebook friends. They are not your WhatsApp status. Please, you need to go beyond those people, right? And how you find the best way to get organic customers is by being an authority, creating content. I talked about that. Okay, is by putting yourself out there as somebody that is an authority in that field, in that product that they want. Okay, so that's the best way to get organic customers. Now, the second way is through paid ads. Now, that is the best way to get people that are looking for your product. And let me tell you, that thing, a lot of people are running away from it because a lot of people are looking for free customers that they are not paying anything for. But let me tell you, if your business is to grow, you need to go away from you need to add a little bit of digital marketing to your business. Now, this is why, because that way you are placing your products before people that are actually looking for it, and anybody that clicks it. So this way you are saying, oh, I sell this, and instead of chasing people to buy from you, you are making people buy. So those are the two major ways. Now, if you are going organically, it means you have to position yourself as an authority. You have to be creating content and basically being an authority in that field. If you are going to via paid ads, it means you have to show yourself as someone that has value. All right. So those are the two major ways you can get customers. But I can't go in depth into that. That's something we'll treat later on. All right. We'll teach you how to do this, how to use paid ads, and how to use organic growth to grow your client base. So other questions? I think I've spent much time on that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Israel, did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Sir, is it possible for me to just add one more, sir? Okay.
Okay. But please, other people, if you have questions, just raise your hand so I can take you after him. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So regarding positioning as an authority, we had had begun on my path in that direction, sir. So we usually put out content on Instagram, showing how best to pair neckties and pocket squares. The reason why this combination works with that combination. Content about the importance of a suit and what a suit represents. What a pocket square represents and why it's valuable to an outfit. And just recently, I think on Monday, we launched a guide which is attached to our bio on how men can best. It's called Pocket Your Square. Mastering how to master the pocket square. So we are on our way on that along the path of setting out to become an authority in the field, so that people can actually be able to understand the concept of dressing up, particularly in a suit, and why they need accessories like the necktie and the pocket square to complement their outfits, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I just thought to mention it as well.
Okay. How often do you create content?
In terms of it's not as often as we would like. And one of the challenges, of course, it's something that I'm looking to really get under control as soon as possible. We don't put out content as often as, and again, we have not done any paid adverts since we started the page. So it's mostly been, just kind of like organic growth. I would say.
See, can I tell you the truth? If I take over your business, in 6 months, I should be making at least seven, 8 figures. Because you have the products, you have the positioning, you basically have from what you are attached to me, you have quality products and everything. What you need to do basically is to put yourself out there more. People don't know about you, and that's why they are not buying from you. Okay. And
yes, sir.
So, for instance, you see, I'm not creating as much content. Why? See, We need to know the things that move the needle in our business and focus on that. Every other thing you might think is important is not as important. Once you do this consistently, right? In a few weeks time, people will be the ones messaging you, oh, I like this one, can I have this? And please make sure you are using things that you are selling, so that when people will message you, you know, you have it for them. All right, so I think you have your answer there. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Any other question? Any other question, or should I think I can move on and wrap up? Because remember, don't leave. We have a gift for one person, and we have a gift for one person. Any other question? Any other question? Israel, you still have a question?
Yes, sir. It's just I just drew out the question from the one of the comments that you made, sir, about
Okay.
content. Yes, sir. So I wanted to ask, is there, when we, in terms of balancing posting educational content and posting product content, you know, is there like a balance between that, like, or do we have to do one more than the other? You know, sometimes I get confused about posting content like to actually showcase products and then posting contents that are actually educational. So I just wanted to have, if you have any, you know, thoughts on that, sir.
You have to do a mixture of both. You know, we are in an age of entertainment. Unfortunately, you know, that those are some things I will address later. But but there are some things you can't fight. If your content is not entertaining, you understand, nobody wants it. So your content has to be both entertaining and educative at the same time. You understand? So you
Yes,
have
sir.
to you do a mixture of both. So you create content that, you know, entertains and then also educates. You do a mixture of both.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Critical, your question.
Okay, thank you so much. I've been really blessed by this. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, moderator Emmanuel Pele. Sincerely, has been an amazing time. Okay, to my question, real quick, please. How can I make 1 million naira tonight?
Do sacrifice. Do sacrifice. Simple. But okay, let me tell you the truth. Now this is funny, but let me tell you the truth.
Okay, thank you, sir.
See, you know, I say this and people be like, oh, but making money is the easiest thing ever. Now, calm down. I know it's hard for a lot of people, but that's why we are teaching this. Okay, what making money is all about is exchanging value for value, right? So all you need to do is that, okay, what value can I, so the question you ask is, how can I make 1 million this night? That's a good question, but this is the answer. What value do you have to exchange for 1 million? Except maybe you want to sell your body, which I don't think anybody will buy. But what value do you have to exchange for 1 million naira this night? What value, right? Is it your kidney? What basically do you have that you can exchange for 1 million this night? And guess what? Guess what? Okay, there are people that have value of 1 million naira this night, and it's not necessarily a car or a product. No, it can even be a service. Okay, and that is why you are building. So you might not be there yet. Okay, but I'm assuring you, if you build consistently, there will be a time. All right, there will be a time, you understand, where, you know, what you have will be worth 1 million naira. You understand? And it's just a matter of time. Okay, so I'll take other questions. Any other questions? Any other question? All right. So let me quickly come to the end of everything. All right. So thank you so much for listening. So I'm going to go through this thing. Now, as I'm sure you all know, that there's a book that we released a couple of weeks back. Now, the title of that book is Become. That book is selling for 4,250 or thereabout. All right. But as a special gift to people in this training, we're going to be giving a discounted offer. Now, why should you buy this book? Look, right? You are the biggest foundation of your business. All right. So why this was the first book I released, because I have a series of books that's going to be coming out between this year and next year. Why this was the first book I released is basically because you are the one that first need a transformation before your business. Now, we can give you steps and everything to implement in your business, but if you don't have the it will come crashing down. Why? Because you don't have the values, you don't have the mindset to sustain it. All right. So what you need to do, okay, is to have the right mindset, and that's what Become is all about. It's selling at 4,350 naira. But just for this training participant and for the next 24 hours, that's between now and tomorrow evening, you can get it for 2,700 naira only. All right. So that is the first thing. You can get it for 2,700 naira only. So if you want to get that, okay, just send 2,700 naira to the account number displaying on your screen. Okay, it's for participants of this training only. We are not, so that's 16 people. 16 people. We are not taking it from any other person than the 16 people that attended this training. So send 2,700 to that the account number displaying on your screen, and send the receipt to the phone number displaying on your screen right now, and you will be given a private link to download the book. All right. There's also the audio version that it has not been released yet. We are releasing it maybe sometime this week, maybe tomorrow or next. So if you are someone that likes listening to audio together with the book, you can also get that for 4,500. Only training participants, only people that attended this training, and is valid for just 24 hours. Right. So if you want that, also send 4,500 to the account number displaying on your screen, and send the receipt to that phone number. Okay, so that comes. So we promised a gift, right, to somebody in this training. Now, who is excited about that? One person is going to be winning
Mister,
a gift. One person is going to be winning a gift worth 50,000 naira. All right, and so this is the big reveal.
I'm here, sir.
And this is it. Now, my one-on-one session is valued at 50,000 naira. So what I do for you in the one-on-one session is 1 hour packed business audit. So I'll be going through your business. Okay, before the one-on-one session, we'll send you a link. You feel this is about your business. I'm going to go through your business, and I'm going to basically audit every sales leak and everything that is causing you not to have money. Okay, everything that is making you not sell, right? You get a clarity session, you get a marketing and sales blueprint, you get productivity hacks, and even access to funding opportunities. It's valued at 50,000 naira, and just one person is going to be going away with it. All right, so we're going to do an exercise for somebody that wants to get this, right? And it's just one simple thing. All right. So you're going to go to the WhatsApp group, and you're going to write out what the lesson you gained today. Now, it needs to be something substantial, something that you are going to implement, and you know is going to move your business forward. The person with the highest number of reactions on their post is going to win. So the WhatsApp group is open. It's valid only for tonight. So we're only going to take people that post, this night, people that post what they gain this night, and the post with the highest number of reactions is going to be winning 50,000 naira. So make sure it is as detailed as possible. Post it in the WhatsApp group. Now, in a case where we have a tie, we'll just choose one. All right, and it's just valued for tonight. So I'm sure you have got a lot of content. We are going to be organizing this training from time to time, maybe once or twice a month. All right. So yeah. So please go to the WhatsApp group and post what you gain from here. And I think with that we can call it a good night. Thank you very much. It's I'm so glad that you created time to okay. So next week Tuesday we're going to be having a question and answer session on the WhatsApp group. All right. So thank you so much for joining, and see you next week. Thank you.